What's healthier, pizza or burger? On a Friday night, to watch that movie you spent hours choosing, what do you prefer, pizza or burger? Making this decision isn't easy. After all, they are the two most popular dishes on days when you can indulge. However, some considerations from experts can help you decide which is the healthier option. A burger is the best choice because of its nutritional qualities. You get energy from the carbohydrates in the bread, protein from the meat and cheese, and fiber and vitamins from the lettuce and tomato. Compared to a burger, pizza's nutritional components are lower as it only has carbohydrates from the crust and protein from the cheese. If we think of the most famous pizza of all, the mozzarella pizza, both can be healthy if you prepare them at home. If the ingredients are well chosen and prepared, both options can become part of a balanced diet. The healthiest options are those that prioritize natural or minimally processed foods. Therefore, when preparing a dish, it's important to focus on nutritionally balanced and flavorful foods, contributing to the pleasure of eating healthily. In other words, instead of popping that frozen pizza in the oven, ideally you should prepare it at home and not load it with cheese. The ideal meal is always to have carbohydrates and protein, fat and vegetables. And in this case, the pizza and burger may have all of these nutritional components. Depending on the configuration, both are recommended, as they contain carbohydrates, pasta, bread, and protein, meat, chicken, as well as vegetables. Be careful with the sides and the soda. When choosing which is healthier, the details are also important. There's no point in ordering a burger which has more nutritional value, and filling your burger with mayonnaise, ketchup, and mustard, which are full of calories, sodium, and fat. Mayonnaise, for example, is basically a source of saturated fat. But if we order a snack without mayonnaise, accompanied by a salad and a good burger, there's nutritional value in that dish. Thinking about pizza, what really matters is the toppings. Cheese tends to be overdone, and they're generally very fatty options. Not to mention pepperoni, and stuffed crusts. Consuming sugar, flour, sodium, and saturated fat in a single piece is hard on the body. And usually people eat several, making the situation even worse. And avoid soda. Besides having empty calories without any other important nutrients, such as vitamins, minerals, and fiber, these drinks tend to be very high in sugar. To give you an idea of the amount, a can of cola has the equivalent of 7 teaspoons of sugar. The ideal would be natural, unsweetened juice. Decided to make it at home. If you've decided to put laziness aside and prepare your own dinner, you can choose either, as long as you take some precautions. Pizza dough or hamburger buns can be made with whole wheat flour, cereals, and nuts without adding added preservatives, sugar, or salt. When preparing, good choices for each make them the best options. Here are some tips. If you choose pizza, you can opt for a thin crust and discard the toppings. And opt for homemade, fresh tomato sauce for toppings. Opt for fresh vegetables, eggs, and unprocessed meats. Special care should be taken when choosing cheese. Opt for those with less salt and fat, such as ricotta, cottage cheese, and fresh herbs. To finish, add fresh herbs like basil, rosemary, and oregano. If you choose a hamburger, follow the pizza rule when choosing cheese. If you prefer red meat, choose a lower fat option. Fish, chicken, and pork are also burger options, as long as they are unprocessed. An egg with meat can be a good choice and provides more protein. Vegetarians can opt for grain burgers, chickpeas, soybeans, and lentils. Finally, indulge in a salad, leaves, and vegetables that accompanies the other burger ingredients.